Hello. Oh, wait, hold on. Go away, text. There we go. Maybe. Hello, konnichiwa. Hola, everyone. Welcome to the stream. My name is Leo. I'm your resident demi-vampire singer and professional simp, and today I am indulging in a game that I've been wanting to play, or I bought, I think, since Christmas or a little before that. Like, it's been on my to-do list since like December. And fun fact, the only reason why I got it was because one of the characters in the thumbnail looks kind of like a character that I like from another game. So we'll see how this goes. This is our next series in the whole like romance visual novel style of game on the channel. The last one we did like that was well, technically we've done plenty, but with like this sort of style. I think it was Amnesia something, probably, maybe. So I have no idea other like how this is gonna go, other than the fact that our main protagonist is, of course, a girl, but because this is an Otome game, but she's pretending to be a man. So it's kind of like a BL-ish in a way. And that it's in like a historical era, and I don't know if you're supposed to be like a prince or something. I'm not quite sure about those details. I just remember, ooh, pretty blue-haired man, reminds me of one of my wives, and that's it. So without further ado, chat, my dear little snowbats, let us begin. Oh, operational guide. What? Okay. Right click to bring up the menu button. Okay. Yeah, save, load, and configuration. The thing that I always accidentally click. To view history. If you're using Windows, you can drag the screen to adjust the size. Yes. Escape unread text is turned off. Oh yeah. Okay. For better gaming experience and to protect the rights who have purchased the game, please restrict all live videos, walkthroughs, videos, and screenshots to only the prologue and the first 10 chapters of the game. Alright. Apparently I'm a clone now. Why? So here we go, chat. Be aware of this. We will only do the prologue and the first 10 chapters, and then after that I'm probably gonna play on my own. Which, fair. So the other chapters, as they will be unlocked respectively. Game reports, spoilers, and players' comments are not subjected to the restricted chapters. Okay. Yep. There we go. All disclaimers aside. Do you agree and do solemnly swear to the terms written above? I take this sacred vow with you too. The chat lag is very real. Yeah, I don't know what is it. Even the stream, like the lag between like I have the little screen right here in front of me, and it's very behind of the point where I'm talking, so it's gonna be a problem. Oh, in the times of myths and legends, under the mandate of Heaven King, who overthrew the corrupt King Yu and started the zone of peace and prosperity, the good king secretly created the golden script to communicate with the gods. And oh no, it froze. The bow and the it froze. As Heaven Chaos and Turmoil had returned, his country is prepared for yet another war. Hold on. If I do this. Okay, there we go. Now let me reopen my model. Next year, instead it looked like a clone of a guy he used to work with. Turns out it was my dad. Oh. Well, everyone is the clone of one of their parents. At least I think so. Wait, where's the game? Here it is. I tabbed out. And now I'm back in nickname. Is this supposed to be my name? Because if so, just Leo. And I guess Leonhardt. Oh, the T doesn't fit in. The T doesn't. But we're just gonna stick with that, I guess. Yes. I'm just waiting for the program to open the model. Oh, there it is. It's gigantic. Camera on. Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, I hear music. Oh. This is very messy. I am not seeing anything. Alright. By the way, how's the volume? Because it's a little loud in my ears, but I am not sure. I am assuming these are all playable characters, or at least dateable. And I'm assuming this, like the black haired character, is our main character. Yep, it seems that way. Oh, right out of that. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm like struggling because I want to tab out to the model program, but I can't. There we go. That was pretty epic. I like it. Anyway, calibration. There it is. There's a model. I think it did it on its own. Good. I think. On. Okay. Calibrate, please. Yep. Calibrate. Calibrate. I don't know why my computer is having such a hard time today. Like, it's not even track. What? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Or kind of, at least. Prologue. Honestly, I paid very little attention to the whole backstory about the war and all of that, so I'm just gonna do my best. Anyway, let me read chat real fast. Yeah, chat lag is back. I don't know why it's going. Why is that? You're very welcome, Khan. Game is a bit loud. Okay, let me just adjust it then. Just a smidge. I think that should be fine. Because it was really loud in my ears. You can't hear me. Well, that is a problem. Hold on. Can you guys hear me better now? Can you guys hear me better now? Test, 1, 2, 3. Of course, this had to be the scuff stream. Of course, this had to be the scuff stream. Put stream at 2 times speed, you catch up. Is the audio better now? Oh, it's still a little bit loud in my ears. Where's the settings? Configuration. BGM volume. Probably gonna turn down the voice volume just a little bit as well. Okay, what's the audio? Okay. Is it better like this then? I already turned the music, like the VGM down. Uh, both on the OBS and on the game. And I turned myself up just a little bit as well. Maybe not perfect, but good enough. Okay. We're gonna work with that. Okay, so I completely got like lost, so we're gonna try our best. The darkening skies that foretell the coming of impending rain feel suffocating. Is that a pentagram on the ground? An island shrouded in mist stands in the middle of Lake Tai. At the heart of this island, on an altar, stand two banners with faded golden lines. Around them stand a group of motionless priestesses on the ground that has been tainted red with blood. Is this a sacrifice or a murder? Oh. Hold on, let me turn my cursor on because I want to point out the fact that she's very pretty. I like her. Before a large rectangle bronze sting, the head priest and the head priestess led a liturgical procession headed by my royal father, Hello, and all members of his household, including my brothers and I. Okay. He's also pretty though. But she's prettier. Damn. Everyone here is well aware that this autumn's offering ceremony is anything but usual. So it is a sacrifice. Oh. Interesting. We will soon be executing the dragon god that our country has worshipped for generations. And why is that? Fuchai. By the way, I don't know if I'm pronouncing these names correctly. I hope I am. My third brother, who is standing next to me, keeps shivering with fear. Even though he's a year older than me, his lack of courage is alarming. I clenched the jade fish amulet that Yi Wang lent to me for protection as I steel myself. Shi Ji Guang, the son of the head priest and priestess, is currently east of Lake Tai on Tiger Hill, tending to the magical array that is set up there to seal the god. If we fail to execute the dragon god here, we will be able to seal him on Tiger Hill. Okay, so it's like our backup plan. The Shi family does indeed... Why is my voice cracking right now? The Shi family does indeed live up to their reputation for being the most formidable priests and priestesses in the kingdom? I don't know if that's the proper name. My father, the king, takes the incense from the head priest and bows reverently to the sacred thing. Even though we are far away from Tiger Hill, we can see the smoke rising from its fiery beacon, a sign that Yi Guang is ready to seal off the god. There is no way for my father to withdraw from this battle. Oh, it's in Chinese. Nice. Alright. The dragon god needs to die. We cannot afford to fail, for if we do, he will obliterate the kingdom of... I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. A sense of resolution can be seen on my father's expression. I take a deep breath, only to have my senses assaulted by the stench of rotten fish, which makes it hard to breathe. I'm also gonna turn the voice a little bit down because it's, at least on my ears, a little bit loud. Yep. Okay. The putrid soil, withered reeds, and the smell of blood. Pull yourself together, Leonhardt. You are, after all, the royal princess of I quietly tell myself. Although Jingguang and I are both 14 years old. Oh, we're very young. He's already shouldering so many responsibilities while I still have so much room to improve. The autumn offering ritual is beginning. The priestesses start their ritual chants. Like the smoke from a burning incense, the sound of their chanting drifts away on the wind towards the lake. The head priest and priestess start dancing to the chants. Their long sleeves trail gracefully behind them like the wings of a white crane taking flight, or the fins of a wish in water. This is my first time seeing the sacred transcending fish dance. I am entranced. Fulichai gently tugs at my sleeve to make me realize that our 2 older brothers have already walked forwards, reached into the ding, and are now placing something onto their lips. Is it blood? Yep, it's blood. Staring at the red, vicious liquid in the bronze thing, I feel a sense of dreaded apprehension in the pit of my stomach. I quickly touch some of the blood to my lips. That strange greasy feeling still lingers on my fingertips. Oh. This is oddly... I don't know, I feel like very tense for some reason. Together with the crowd, I start to chant the words of our vow with a troubled heart. Slaying a god. What an insane notion. As we chant, bits of golden light float out of my father's body to merge with the golden beam of light that is emitting from the center of the bronze thing. Looking at myself and my 3 older brothers, it seems that we are in the same transcendental state as our father. As the head priest and priestess dance, the banners start to flutter in the wind. The golden beam pierces the dark clouds, breaking them apart to reveal a clear, bright autumn sky. A black arrow flies through the sky and lands at my father's feet. Oh. Over 100 black-robed priests surround the altar. The one who appears to be leading them is the previous head priest. Oh no, Mage Xian? Didn't he defect to another country many years ago? You're shameless, Helu. How dare you betray the dragon god and break the sacred vow that your ancestors have kept with him? My ancestors and I had been following the righteous way of heaven when the dragon god deceived us. How can we submit to such a demonic monster any longer? How do we know that's the... Without any hesitation, my father draws out his sword. At the altar, the black and white figures intertwining the chaos to create a 3rd color. Red. One by one, young priestesses start falling to the men in the black robes. Their beautiful faces and I don't know if I like the wording of that. Supple bodies breaking into pieces of meat. Oh, let me update my chat. Oh, there we go. Gotta go, Connor. Interrupt the husband list. Sorry, Connor. My chat is also not working properly, apparently. As blood flows like water into the lake, I can hear rumbling sounds coming from all 4 corners of the lake, like that of a monster leaping out of the water. Ooh, that is a lot of blood. The dragon. This is the first time that I have ever laid eyes on the dragon god. This gigantic white creature is beautiful, yet terrifying. I stand motionlessly, unable to take my gaze off the creature. As I stand before this absolute power, I feel so insignificant. It feels like an offense. I am caught off guard when the head priestess pulls me away and into the bosoms of my older brothers before calling forth her magical swords of water. They miss me by the skin of my teeth as they fly towards the dragon god and pierce him. Mage Xian shoots us a malicious glare.
就让你们见识见识真正的神威。
Today you will taste the divine power of the dragon god. Oh. No, not the priest! He gives a long whistle, summoning tall columns of muddy water from the lake. In an instant, they rush at the head priest and my brothers, and all who are there to safeguard us. Not the head priest! Is it Wuxian then? My father gives a roar of anguish that resounds in all directions at the phrase. We failed to kill the dragon god. Shrills repeatedly in my ears. Oh, so all my brothers are dead. Excellent. That's not good. The dead bodies of my brothers are suspended by columns of brackish water. A severed pinky lands at— Ooh. Cannot endure it anymore and throw up on the ground. Trying hard to contain her grief, the head priestess calls forth an ice blade that pierces through the sacred thing. In my state of semi-consciousness, I hear her call out, Spirit of the Ding, obey me. Capture the dragon. A bright white light emits out from the belly of the Ding and transforms into a large ferocious tiger. It pins down the head of the dragon inside the vessel and shatters into tiny pieces. The terrifying dragon, like a dying fish, lies on the altar, twitching weakly and helplessly. Its colossal body quickly disintegrates, giving off the strong stink of rotten fish. My sovereign god! Not the priestess! No! Gosh darn it! I lost two again. All of a sudden, Mushin furiously stabs a short blade into the back of the head of the head priestess, and with that, the white tiger suddenly disappears. I stare mindlessly at the sacred thing as it gives off its last bit of golden light before absorbing the body of the dragon inside of it. Mushin, like a madman, pounces towards it. Yikes. From behind, I am now scared to pronounce his name. Mushin? My father cuts his head off cleanly with a blow of his sword. Really, now? Before my eyes, fresh, red blood trails from the severed head as it lets out a hideous laugh. I don't like this. Uh-oh. You know, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have upset, like, the powers above. If I don't know, like, you know, how bad was the dragon and all of that, but maybe we shouldn't have messed with that, you know? Your nation will crumble, families will be torn apart, everything you treasure will be turned to ash. Saying this, oh, his head exploded. Droplets of his blood turn to blades as they fly at me. My mind goes blank. The blades of blood fall short, less than a few inches away, as I unconsciously clutch the amulet with only one name on my lips. Yuang. Ooh, so that was a prologue, and this is chapter 1. Okay. Liege. My Liege. Oh, hey there. First character. Shanfang. Is it? I believe it should be pronounced Fang, but I'm not sure. Shanfang, is that you? My Liege. You were talking in your sleep again. Oh, I talked over the voice, sorry. My chest. Sacred seal that is in my chest is hurting terribly again. Oh, so this is the one calling out to me. Okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't understand. Is this me or is this the other character? Now I understand. Hurts to the point that I can't even cry out. With trembling hands, I search for the thing that I need so desperately. Where is it? Where could it be? My liege. The jade fish is over here. I press the amulet to my chest as its icy coldness slowly eases the pain until it completely fades away. The pain is now replaced by a feeling of intense abhorrence. The vile sacred seal on my chest is proof of my detestable connection to the dragon god. Even now, with that monster sealed up on Tiger Hill, the vow that puts me in the situation has yet to be broken. This torturous pain that flares up whenever and wherever has caused me a lot of misery. The fifth watch has yet to arrive. When my loyal guard sees my pale and exhausted expression, he gently continues to wipe away my cold sweat. Although he and I are long used to these situations, what feels really out of place is that the dream that I just had. It felt so real. We just dreamt about the incident that happened 5 years ago. What do you mean we? We or wait, hold on. I'm not understanding. Yeah, we dreamt. Who's we? I am here with you. I give a bitter laugh. Shanfang's loyalty is unquestionable, but we both know that this burden is mine alone to bear. Do you think that there is a problem with the seal? Could that be why the former king and our older siblings have entered our dreams, urging us to break the sacred vow as soon as possible? The only reason why you're having this dream is because of the death anniversary of the former king is drawing nearer. Is that so? Just take the jade fish for example. If the amulet made by the Shi clan is still effective against the sacred seal on your chest, then should not the seal that was made with the blood, sweat, and tears of the entire clan be even more effective? Blood, sweat, and tears. Flesh and blood, it's more like it. Now help us bathe and change our clothes. My liege, I think it might be better for you to take a break today, as you were quite distressed by what happened yesterday. Are you saying that we are unable to handle that pesky envoy from Shi? Shenfeng would not dare. Sorry, Shenfeng. Oh, Shenfeng. Change your clothes. Why are we talking in like plural? Shenfeng assists me as I walk up to the throne. Luckily, the curtains are closed so no one can see how helpless our king is. Prime Minister, tell us, what is on today's agenda? Prime Minister? Your Majesty, Prime Minister Wu is not in court today. Is he ill? Yesterday, Prime Minister Wu was full of vigor and he debated with me. What kind of illness could he possibly have today? I mean, suddenly colds just hit you, you know? Then, does Minister Vo know the reason for the Prime Minister's absence? This, I do not know. Other than the death anniversary of his father and brothers. Wu... I don't know how to pronounce that last name. Has never missed a day of court. He comes in early every day to organize his reports and documents. That is why the other ministers have taken to calling him Prime Minister of the Fourth Watch behind his back. But now, it's already near the end of the 5th watch. So I'm assuming like this is the hours. Interesting. I look towards Zhang Feng. He nods his head in acknowledgement and quietly takes his leave.
浩浩无都，竟然把相国都丢了，也难怪找不回敝国的小小史官了。
Huh. If you can lose your prime minister in your kingdom's capital, then it is no wonder why you can't find our low-ranking officer.
公孙仪，你区区一个齐国使臣，怎能随意闯进吴国朝堂？
How dare you intrude on the court of...
是你们
I don't know how to pronounce it.
我可在姑苏城内外寻找我国失踪的随臣。
It was your king who had agreed to let me search for my kingdom's missing officer in Gusu City.
大王，难道您这吴公不在姑苏城内吗？
Your Majesty, isn't your court within Gusu City?
巧言令
Did something interesting happen? The whole sacrifice thing to seal the dragon got failed and all our family got killed. And there was a lot of blood. And apparently now, years later, we are the king. So yup. Well, aren't you eloquent? We understand that you have your duties to carry out, and that this is why we have already sent our guards to search outside the city and the surrounding villages. So please, don't worry.
大王休要用这话打发我。
Your Majesty, you're only saying that to dismiss me.
史官明明就是在虎丘山下
Or-
遭遇歹人失踪的，为何不准我等上山寻人？
Is the archival or archival officer obviously encountered some evil happenstance when he passed Tiger Lily, so why will you not let me search him for... Why will you not let me search for him up there?
虎丘乃是吴国先王陵墓，岂能容你们这些外人造次？
The grave of the former king of is up on the Tiger Hill. How could we let an outsider like yourself disturb it?
既然是陵墓重地，怎么还会遇上蒙面歹徒呢？
How would he have encountered bandits if that is such an important place to your kingdom?
少来咄咄逼人，礼道何存？
Stop being so persistent and be mindful of your manners.
怕是你们吴国失礼在先。
I'm afraid that it was the kingdom that drew first blood.
我公诚心诚意要与吴国结为兄弟之邦，才来与大王商议联姻之事。
It is my sincerest wish that the kingdoms of and Xi become close allies, and that's why I approach your majesty on the topic of marriage. Oh no,
没
marriage!
想到大王模棱两可，就这么一天天吊着我们。
I did not think that your majesty would be so non-committal in giving us a simple yes or no answer to the marriage proposal.
如今救人之事又推三阻四，这难道是你们吴国特有的待客之礼不成？
And now your majesty in hindering our search,
如何敢来结盟？
our search to save lives by brushing us off with excuses. How can we possibly ally ourselves with the kingdom of
其实再三失礼于大王与吴，大王还要忍到什么时候？
Envoy Xi has been repeatedly rude to your majesty and to the kingdom of How long is your majesty going to endure this mistreatment? I am going to pronounce this to the best of my abilities. Kong Sung-yi, are you threatening us?
不敢，只是心中
Oh, I would not dare. I hope that you understand that I'm still very anxious. We also hope that you understand that when the envoys of Xi were granted an audience, we had no knowledge of the aforementioned archival officer. And now, you would slight your kingdom's ally just to look for someone as insignificant as him. We have treated you and your men as distinguished guests, fed you the same food as we eat, and have even ignored the fact that you have intruded on our court. Yet you scorn and humiliate us in front of all our ministers and officers. How dare you, Gong Sun-yi? Before I can finish my sentence, everyone in the room has their heads on the hilt of their swords. Their hands on the hilt of their swords. Gong Sun-yi and his men take a few steps back in alarm. Gong Sun-yi recollects himself and bows to me with a hand-on-hand salute.
是外臣失礼了。
It is I, the foreign envoy, who was rude.
师
The
宗
missing
使官
officer
来
is a
我
family
事
friend,
盼大王宽宏大度，
so I hope
不
that
计
your
我情急之过。
Majesty would be gracious enough to forgive me for taking things too far.
然而，联姻事关两国邦交，若不能完成我宫交代给我的任务，还要让我宫蒙羞，倒真不如一死谢罪。
Besides, if I were to fail in the mission that my liege has given to me, of joining our two kingdoms through marriage, then I would be grateful for the death sentence you would order on me for being discourteous to you. Fine. It is only natural that your heart would be troubled when such situations arise. Just when the ministers are about to protest in anger, I raise my hand to stop them. It is pointless to allow this argument to become personal, and for us to become the laughingstock of the kingdom. Mr. Gongsun, in admiration for your loyalty, we will let you off this one time. But next time, we hope that you will be more discerning over what is more important.
多谢大王。
Thank you very much, Your Majesty. Actually, it is not that we are unwilling to marry your kingdom's princess, nor are we trying to make things difficult for you. It has yet to be 3 years since the former king died, and we had hoped to review the marriage proposal after his approaching death anniversary. Please rest at the guest house for the next 2 days while we personally go to Tiger Hill to find your missing officer.
既然吴王承诺，外臣回去便是。但2日后，若还不能见到人，外臣就不得不亲自上山寻人了。
My guy, did we not just tell you to not overstep? Since your majesty had made this promise with me, I will wait for your good news. But if in 2 days you are still unable to find my missing officer, I will have to go to Tiger Hill to personally look for him myself. Men, send Mr. Gongsun back to the guest house and attend to his every need. I heave a sigh of relief as I see Gongsun Yin leave. My body crumples involuntarily where I sit. A pair of familiar hands steady me as a calm voice drifts to my ears.
上朝前，有白衣侍童拜访相国府，之后相国便随他匆匆出城了。
Before the court was called to session, an attendant in white paid a visit to the Prime Minister. After that, the Prime Minister had rushed out of the city. In white? Could it be someone from the temple on Tiger Hill?
相国确实是向城北而去。
The Prime Minister had indeed headed north. For the envoy of Xi to cause such an uproar over such a lowly official, we are afraid that there is more than meets the eye to the simple diplomatic relationship. Shanfang, bring us back to our chamber to change our clothes. We want to look for the Prime Minister personally. Understood.
诺。少君的中衣都已湿透，还是留在宫里休息为妥。
My liege, your clothes are soaked in sweat. Please rest in the palace instead. If our clothes are wet, then all we need to do is change into dry ones. Help us change our clothes. I spread my arms in front of the mirror to reveal a pale, thin body with hard lines and scars from years of practice in martial arts. Yet, I have the soft breasts of a woman. Look, this body has long been ruined beyond recognition. There isn't an ounce of womanly features left. How did you let it happen in the 15 minutes I was gone? I didn't let anything happen. It just happened. I am neither a princess nor a king. I am a monster.
吴国有了少君，才得以延续。
It is only because of the kingdom. It is only because the kingdom has a leash that we can continue to exist. Is that so? Then why do I have to be humiliated like I was today and keep wasting my energy on Gongsun Yi? Only a man can continue the family name. As long as I keep pretending to be a man, the kingdom of can continue on for generations to come. And the other kingdoms would not dare to trample on mine.
少君为王，不逊色于世间任何男儿。
My liege, as a king, you are not inferior to any man on earth. Really, maybe so, but people are superficial and would rather have a monster than a woman as their king.
少君何苦这么轻贱自己？
My liege, why do you despise yourself so? Myself. I no longer have a sense of self. Perhaps we will need to take a wife and have sons in a few months' time. Not like that would be very possible. Shangfang, do you think that the sacred seal on my chest has changed a bit of its color?
臣没有细看过。
Well, for obvious reasons. I have never looked carefully at it. Forget it. Once it turns completely black, our death will be imminent.
使臣们已从各地寻来神器，积少成多，定能破除神芒。
The envoys have already acquired a few sacred artifacts from the various places. Soon, we'll be able to break the sacred vow. Ah, those are fakes, just like us.
大王，
Your Majesty. What is it?
相国派人送的信来。
The Prime Minister has sent you a message. Shangfang quickly steps out of the room, only to return with a tightly rolled up piece of cloth. Read.
寂渺生变，速来虎丘。
There is a change at the temple. Come quickly to Tiger Hill. The Prime Minister has good foresight. He knew that we would go search for him.
恳请少君多保重，派陈封去见相国吧。
Please be cautious, my liege, and send me to see the Prime Minister in your stead. Sorry. This is urgent. Prepare the carriage. This reminds me, there was a spy who pretended to be a woman to infiltrate. He at some point even got a husband and convinced him that the child they had was his, but he actually just adopted it. Really now? That sounds... I want to know more about that. I just sipped some of my coffee. The late coming spring. Grows grasses and trees lusciously green. Overhead, the orioles sing, while winsome villagers tend their shoot spring. I cannot admire this beautiful scenery before me. Even though Shangfang did not prevent me from leaving the palace, I take a revitalizing pill just to be safe. The bitter taste that fills my mouth serves as a constant reminder that I need to protect this broken body. Suddenly, Shangfang clutches the hilt of his sword. What is wrong?
守灵人的屋子那边围着士兵。
There are soldiers surrounding the caretaker's hut. Let's take a look.
大王，
Your Majesty. Has something happened over here?
武相国令我们在此看管守灵人勾践，他是杀人嫌犯。
Huh? Prime Minister Wu has ordered us to watch over the prisoner here in the caretaker's hut. He is suspected of murder. Murder? Murder means that someone is dead. For Wu to be so anxious, could the victim be missing, or could the victim be the missing archival officer from the kingdom of Xi? Or... As I push aside the soldier to go into the caretaker's hut, I hear a loud cry come from within.
是谁？
Who is it? Hearing the familiar voice, my mind, foggy from the medication, suddenly becomes clear. I cannot go in as the king of N.
相国有令，不准和任何人交谈。
The Prime Minister has ordered that the prisoner not be allowed to talk to anyone.
任何人？难道兵大哥你不是人吗？
Aren't you someone then, Mr. Soldier?
他娘的！
Ouch. I hear the muffled sound of a heavy force hitting soft flesh. Stop! Everything goes silent inside the house. Although I do not want to rush headfirst into things, I cannot sit idly by and do nothing, right? Until we have all the details, no one is to treat the suspect so harshly.
诺。
Understood. The sound of galloping horses grows louder and louder behind me. I turn around to see a pair of fierce, majestic eyes looking right at me. A white-haired man reins in his horse and looks down at me from its back. Is this the Prime Minister? Damn. Prime Minister. Wu greets me casually with a hand-on-hand salute. He takes a slanted, sidelong glance at the crude stone house where Gojian is being held.
都到这时候了，少君还有心顾念那只白眼狼吗？
Is this the appropriate time for you to concern yourself with the vicious ingrate, my liege? You heard us. Gojian is still king of you, after all. Let's not go overboard.
他既已入吴为奴，就应该安守本分。
He lost the war too and entered our kingdom as a slave. He should be treated like one. Wu hardens his expressions and throws me unceremoniously onto the back of his horse. Prime Minister?
陈峰，跟上。
Shenfeng, follow me. What? Wu starts out in gallop as he heads to the temple on top of the hill. He stretches out his thick arms to hold me firmly by the waist without the slightest intention of slowing down. Although he has always done as he likes, he would never let me come to any harm. I secretly let out a sigh as I lean my body up against his. The faint disgusting stink of rotten fish wafts by. I noticed then that Wu's hand is stained with dried blood. Are you hurt?
这是大柱的血。
This is the blood of the head priest. Huh? Is that the reason why you left the city at dawn today?
大柱派人通知臣，有几位黑衣覆面的贼人闯入了祭庙禁地，臣不得已先行赶往祭庙，没能及时告知少君。
The head priest sent word to me that the man dressed in black had snuck into the forbidden temple. I needed to rush there and did not have time to inform you, my liege. Man dressed in black. Could it be?
正是巫显一党的余孽。5年前，先王和臣将吴国各地的龙神信徒剿灭殆尽，已经很久没听到他们的消息了。
They are the survivors of the followers once led by Xian 5 years ago. The former king and I exterminated all the followers of the dragon god here and it has been a long while since I have last heard about any of them.
如今，他们竟敢大摇大摆地侵入虎丘禁地，恐怕是为了被封印在内的龙神而来。
Since they had the audacity to enter the Forbidden Temple on Tiger Hill, they probably came for the dragon god who is still there. How did the intruders get past the guards on Tiger Hill and into the Forbidden Temple? What did the head priest say?
臣还在调查，大柱他受伤了。
I'm still investigating it. The head priest is injured. I feel a sharp pain in my chest as I recall the aftermath of the failed attempt to execute the dragon god, as well as the nightmare that I had this morning. I was wrong, not husband, but a 20-year-long... Ooh! Really now? Interesting. The smell of blood is getting stronger as we get closer to the temple. Lying in front of the temple gates next to some trees are 2 corpses covered in hay. Shanfang parts the way to look underneath it. One of the men is dressed all in black, and the other is just another warrior. The tattoos on the face of the man in black look almost identical to the sacred seal on my chest.
少君，
Oh? My liege. An elegant and delicate-looking youth steps out of the temple. It is the head priest, Shangdong. The linen that is wrapped around his wrist shows traces of blood. So this is the new priest. Interesting. He notices the direction of my gaze.
小伤，不碍事的。
It is nothing serious. I'm sorry to have worried you, my liege. Where is the centurion who was on duty last night? We need to punish him for neglecting his duties.
那群歹人是龙神信徒，善用妖法，又是半夜侵入，也难怪守卫们没有察觉。
It would have been difficult for the guards to suspect a thing. The invaders were followers of the dragon god. They came in the middle of the night, in a group, and used magic to infiltrate Tiger Hill. A group?
有3个。
There were 3 of them.
凌晨时，我听到庙外传来一声凄厉尖叫，怕是什么鬼魅之物，便亲自出来查看。
I heard a scream before dawn broke, and fearing that some kind of evil was afoot, I went out to investigate for myself.
没想到
Yeah, that is supposed to be a priest.
在围攻一位少年和一位武士。
It was then that I saw 3 men dressed in black assaulting a teenager and a warrior. Oh. Was it the warrior lying over there?
正是。武士当时为保护少年，已经受了致命伤，但人们听到动静就要逃跑。
Yes, that warrior had been fatally wounded while trying to protect the teenager. Hearing the commotion, the invaders attempted to escape, but I stopped them. Even if you can use magic, the odds of winning 3 against 1, especially with hostages to consider, are not good.
少君教训的是，只是当时也没想那么多。
You have a point, my Liege, but at the time, I wasn't thinking clearly.
当我击杀了其中一个，
I like the previous priestess
本
better.
打算留个活口，反倒被他们钻了空子。
It was only after I had killed one of them that I discovered who they were. I wanted to leave one alive, but they managed to find an opening.
剩下2个人带着那少年逃跑了。
The other 2 took the teenager and escaped. Oh
大柱说那2人
no.
都受了伤，其中一个伤了腹部，还比较重。臣已经派人去追寻他们的踪迹了。
The head priest said that the 2 who escaped were injured. I have already sent people to track them down.
相国想得周到。这等血腥之事，我不想惊扰少君，才派人找来了相国。没想到相国给我说了齐国史官失踪一事。
Prime Minister Wu is very shrewd. I did not want to disturb my liege with such sanguinary matters, and so I approached him instead. I was surprised when he told me about the missing archival officer from Xi. Is that a fanboy? Kind of, not quite, but kind of. He's more of a twin. To me, in my eyes, I don't know. He doesn't look very fanboyish to me. Oh my god. Skeletor, what the... Hold on. Uncalled for. Anyway.
那武士的打扮与吴国士兵的不同，臣妄自揣测，被挟持的少年便是昨日失踪的齐国史官。
Hello, Tony the Tanuki. My name is Leo. I'm a VTuber. I'm your resident demi-vampire singer and professional simp. Welcome. The warrior's clothing is different from the one of the enemy's army. I believe the kidnapped teenager is the missing officer. Really? And this warrior was his bodyguard. Oop, I accidentally hit the mic. I carefully examined the warrior's armor to find that it is as Wu says. I have to admit his powers of observation and deduction are very keen. I am weirdly uneducated on that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, a fanboy looks more like a girl than a, like has more feminine-ish traits, I guess, and looks. Whether he looks like a twink is just, you know, the short and well, not necessarily short, but the like super thin guys. So a fanboy can be also a twink, but not all twinks are fanboys. Or at least not in my book. Maybe other people beg to differ from me, but that I don't know why I make How did I end up here explaining the difference between a twink and a femboy? I don't know. But the priest doesn't quite look femboyish to me. Like, I can see in some aspects why he would be classified maybe as a femboy, but it, to me in general, doesn't look very femboyish. These people must be the villains that Gong Sung Yi spoke of. Leaving aside the reason why they would kidnap someone from Shi, if they are trying to infiltrate the Forbidden Temple, they must be attempting to undo the spell that has sealed the Dragon God. I searched around. Oh, wait, is this a priest? I searched around the mausoleum and found nothing suspicious. It would still feel better if we could see it ourselves. Prime Minister, we want you to chase down the 2 intruders and rescue the archival officer. I will personally go and find him. Shanfang, we want you to help the Prime Minister. Understood. Oh, whatever. Prime Minister, when you get back, we would like more details on why you think the King of You murdered someone. Is this our last missing character? No, actually there are 2 missing characters from the cover. So we still have yet to meet another 2 people. Understood. There is a clear pond behind my royal father, Hellu's dedicated hall. Beside the pond is the hidden entrance towards the Dragon God is sealed. So he also died that day. Like, I know it was already like established, but it's nice that they mention it aloud. I think that would be an interesting discussion to start with the pantry encounter. Would it be? Pantry will probably have more insight, yes. It really just depends on how many people go feminine enough. I guess. I think it also depends a lot on like each person, what you define as feminine. I don't know. Looking at the sacred seal engraved on the stone tablet surrounding the pond, I involuntarily clutched the clothes covering my chest. The seal, the beautiful and magnificent pattern depicts the endless, dark abyss that has swallowed up the countless souls of Ng's kings. I, too, I am one step away from that abyss.
剑池没有入侵痕迹，又需少君和我协力才能开启。逆贼就算进到这里，也只能干瞪眼。
You sound oddly deflective. There are no signs that anyone has entered the sword pond. It takes the 2 of us to open it after all. So even if the invaders had come here, they would not have been able to get in. We know that you have always been the cautious person, and so, we are not just worried about what happened outside the sword pond, but also over the chief culprit who is locked up inside.
查验风阵总是妥当些，还请少君自省。
I agree. I humbly ask my liege to please offer some of your blood. Cut away. I make a small cut on my finger with the dagger and press the bloody tip against the seal engraved at the entrance. The same seal at the bottom of the pond starts to give off a faint red light. Shandun casts a spell that magically drains the pond. Not the pond! When the seal turns completely red, the bottom of the stone pond transforms into 2 doors that slide apart to reveal a flight of steps leading downwards. I take a deep breath and smell the faint stink of rotten fish. I am unsure if the smell is coming from the outside of the temple or from my memory of that terrible experience that happened 5 years ago. So we are 19 now then. Oh, I have an Echo Shark. I actually have not accessed the server very much this morning, but I will give it a read later. Thanks for letting me know. I take a deep breath. 5 years ago, yeah. I already read that. We follow the steps down and enter a spacious hall at the bottom. This is a naturally formed cave. In the middle is an altar that was carved out by the cave itself. The walls are covered with spells that glow a faint fluorescent blue. 3,000 sacred swords that give off a cold blue light are staked into the ground around the altar in a tight formation. In the middle of the altar sits a large bronze vessel, the Thing of Virtue. This brings to mind the nightmare from earlier on. It makes the image of the dragon having its head crushed in the square vessel seem all too real.
自从5年前德鼎封了龙神精魂后，就一直散发着怨恨之气。加上池底阴寒，少君不能在这里耽搁太久。
Ever since the dragon god was sealed here 5 years ago, its resentment and hatred has infected the atmosphere to a great extent. Such a chilling air is not good for you, my liege, and you should not linger here for too long. Sure, we just want to take a look before we leave.
那我来为少君引路。
I understand. I will lead the way. Shandong writes a spell in the air. The swords that were staked into the ground around the altar part to form a very narrow pathway. I can't read today. I approach the square thing and stroke it softly. Not only does the thing hold the resentment and hatred of the dragon god, it also holds that of my own feelings and those who died. I walk halfway around the thing and am suddenly struck by something unusual on its surface. Head priest. Can the thing be damaged by outside forces?
德鼎是天子与天道结盟时所入的盟书，有神力相护，历经100年依然如新，不会轻易破损。
The Thing of Virtue was made from the sacred text and was created when the Emperor of Shu and the heavenly gods formed their pact. It is protected by godlike powers and cannot be damaged. Look over here. Oops.
这是
This is... It's a crack! We both turn pale as we touch the crack on the thing. Although it is a very thin crack, it spans the entire belly of the thing. Oh, hold on guys. Give me just... I am back, and with a doggo on my lap, who just yawned and his morning breath is not good. Anyway, where were we? Sorry, he's like very... I don't know why he's fussing so much right now. What's up, buddy? Huh? What's up? I'm gonna lay him on the floor, on his little rag where he sleeps. Hold on, I'm just fixing it. Yeah. There we go. May I hold the doggo? Well, he is on the floor now, but maybe. If he deems you worthy, you may hold it all. Anyway, although it is a very thin crack, it spans the entire belly of the ding. Is it ding or dang, I wonder? And its edges are turning black. Oh, I accidentally tapped out. Wait, is the game? Yep. Your nation will crumble. Families will be torn apart. Everything you treasure will turn to ash and dust. My liege, this is not good, head priest. The sacred seal on her chest was acting up this morning. No wonder you look so pale, my liege. If it hadn't been for that, we would not have come to the bottom of this pond. The followers of the dragon god are active right now, and this crack. Head priest, is the dragon god going to break free? Shandan clutches my cold, clammy hands tightly. An unfamiliar, terrifying stillness descends upon us.
少君莫要吓唬自己。封神阵本来就是权宜之计，靠德鼎神力维持，经年累月，德鼎肯定有所损耗。
My liege, you are scaring yourself. The sealing spell that was originally cast upon the dragon god has borrowed its power from the Ding itself, but it was only a means to an end. As the years pass, it is to be expected that the Ding is now worse for wear.
我们只要抓紧时间，找到能诛灭龙神惊魂的神器，大鼎也就能功成身退了。
We only need to make the best use of our time and find the sacred artifact that will exterminate the soul of the dragon god. Then, the sacred Ding will be as good as new. For the past 5 years, the former king and us have tirelessly searched for such an artifact, but have yet to find neither hide nor hair of one.
这座德鼎也是先王屡次伐楚，流了多少血，破了多少城，千辛万苦才从楚国国都寻来的。
Even this thing has survived much bloodshed and sacrifice. The former king faced innumerable hardships and perils to take it from the capital of Shu. So it's stolen.
神器如果都那么容易被找到，
Kind of.
还能叫神器吗？
If a sacred artifact is so easily found, can it still be called a sacred artifact? I mean, he has a point. For the entirety of his life, the former king thought of nothing but how to execute the dragon god, and he fought bloody battles to break the sacred vow. So how can we forget his unfulfilled wish so easily? I tenderly stroke the crack as my father's final moments come to mind all too vividly. Oh, so he didn't die there. He was just... he probably either succumbed to his wounds, or he was already ill or something. Our 3 sons were killed by the dragon god at the Lake Tai. Leonhardt is the only one left. Oh yeah, so he died probably of something else. For the past 2 years, she has borrowed her 3rd brother's name, Fushai, and has been taught by you. Now that the sacred seal has also been passed on to her and her life is coming to an end, the survival of the kingdom of En will now depend on you. If she can successfully ascend the throne, then you are to hold a secret wedding ceremony for her immediately. We cannot stop looking for a sacred artifact that will break the sacred vow or allow our bloodline to come to an end. Ah, so we are cursed because of the dragon god, and that's why. Oh, okay. I understand now why they want to defeat it. The dragon god deceived our ancestors, and since then, every generation of kings has paid the price with their bodies and souls. But some people believe that as long as they satisfy the dragon god, they will be able to live on in peace and prosperity. They are too naive. Leo, you are the only one who can inherit our will. Zishu will help you to remove all the obstacles in your way. Remember, only by using our own blood can we take back our rightful destiny, and thus call it the righteous way of heaven. Forget not your revenge, and swear to break this sacred vow. A lot to put on me, but sure. We will forget not our revenge, and we start to break this sacred vow. No matter what, we cannot let the dragon god escape and become a blight on the people of this kingdom.
我明白，但我曾听一言，欲速则不达。
I understand, but haste makes waste.
释迦曾是吴越第一武，倾尽全族之力，才勉强封印住龙神的精魂。
The Shi
我们
clan,
更要谨慎小心才是。
the Shi clan was the most powerful clan of mages in all of Yue. And even then, it took the lives of the entire clan to seal the soul of the dragon god. We must be even more vigilant. So even if we worry ourselves to death over this whole affair, it will be all for naught.
虽然急，却到不了那个地步。
Even if it is urgent, we still have some time. We do not need to drive ourselves to our aforementioned deaths. Shandan raises his eyebrows as his facial features finally relax. I don't know if he's trying to reassure me or if he's confident that everything will be well. We will persist in looking for a sacred artifact while we continue to rely on you to stabilize the sealing spell.
诺。
Understood.
不过，希望少君还答应我一件事。
But I hope that my Liege will promise me one thing. What is it?
尽量少叹气，叹气呢，会将运气吹跑的。
To try your best to sigh as little as possible. Sighing will just cause your luck to run out faster. Shandan puts a finger on the corner of his lips as he gives me a sly smile. I can't help but nod my head. I keep feeling a sharp stabbing pain in my chest and wonder if it is because of the cold that I feel from being at the bottom of the pond. My liege, head priest. Have you found him?
臣与陈峰分头行动，山北没有发现。臣已经派人增援陈峰了。
Xiangfan and I went our separate ways to search, but I could not find anything in the hills to the north, so I sent Xiangfang some reinforcements.
相国，等少君坐下来再说吧。
Prime
他在
Minister,
剑池底受了寒。
please wait until my liege has taken a seat before continuing.
来人，给少君端碗热汤来。
Men, give our liege a hot bowl of soup.
少君，你们在池底耽搁了那么久，是不是出了什么事？
My liege, you were at the bottom of the pond so long. Has something happened? There is a long crack on the sacred thing. We don't know if it is the doing of the dragon god's followers or if the sealing spell is wearing out.
臣以为剑池于德鼎难破，仅凭3个信徒还不足以成事。
It would be hard to get to the thing through the sword pond with just 3 followers. Is the Prime Minister trying to suggest that the Dragon God's followers did not come here to break the sealing spell?
我同意相国所言，破阵理应秘密行事，又何必绑架其人，惹出那么大的动静呢？
Maybe we're just throwing at the wall and things at the wall and see what sticks. I agree with the Prime Minister. Why would they kidnap someone from Xi and cause such a commotion when the way to break the spell is known to be a secret?
啊，莫非绑架齐国史官才是信徒的目的？
Unless the real goal was to kidnap the archival officer. Archival? I don't know.
先王当年曾捕杀信徒，捣毁龙神庙，仅存的余孽肯定对姬无恨之入骨。绑架齐国史官
I don't think it is that simple, my guy. That is a possibility. They must still resent us for executing their followers and burning down their temples. Kidnapping the archival officer was probably their way of taking revenge. Wouldn't it be easier to assassinate us instead?
虽然直接，却不是最有效的方式。
You are right, but it will not be the most effective way. Ushisu raises his eyes to look at me, expecting me to infer what he means by the most effective way. So he's the one that, like, helped raise me, I guess. After pondering over it for a while, the cold that the hot soup had rid me of is slowly starting to creep up from my feet. Taking someone from Xi hostage and forcing us to open the way to the sword pond will enable the dragon god to escape, which would destroy Gusu immediately.
如果胁迫不成，也可杀掉骑士，破坏齐吴联盟。齐军夫人是鲁国人。
If we refuse to meet their demands, they may still kill the victim and cause a break in diplomatic relations between Ning and Xi. What a malicious plan. We want you to find the perpetrators, even if you have to dig 6 feet under to do it. The spilled blood of my father and brothers must be repaid with blood. Wu Shisu and Shang Dan raise their hands to make a pledge when suddenly the doors are pushed open as Shang Feng hurries in. My liege, I have found traces of the insurgents on the south side of the temple, around the crane stream. Good. We will personally go and cut off their heads. My liege, your health. We are fine, but to be on the safe side, we would like to rely on you to safeguard the temple.
No.
Understood. From a quiet spring follows forth a tranquil stream. A few white cranes feed leisurely by its side. Gazing at this peaceful scenery, one might not think of the bloodshed that had happened here just a night ago. My liege, look over there.
这血迹还相当新，十有八九是余孽留下的。
The trail of blood is fairly fresh. It is highly possible that it was left by the insurgents. How ingenious of them to use the stream to escape. Any traces of them would be washed away.
虎丘不大，山下又有守兵，现在还有满山的人在搜寻，躲到山林里很不明智。
Tiger Hill is in a big place, and there are soldiers stationed at the foot of it. Right now, this hill is crawling with people, so it would be very unwise of them to try and hide in the forest. Where does the crane stream lead to?
北京野河流向揽月湖，南则流入姑苏城的外河。
To the north, it flows into Moon Lake. To the south, it flows to the river just outside Gusu City.
陈峰调查过血迹周围，余孽大概已经兵分两路。
After examining the bloody tracks, I have determined that the insurgents split up and went into 2 different directions. There are many mountains around Moon Lake, so it would be easy to hide there. But the river outside of Gusu is very busy with boats coming to and fro, so it would be easy to escape there as well. Prime Minister Shang Feng, which direction do you think they would have most likely taken?
逆贼既然已经受伤，单打独斗反而会增加自己的风险，不如藏木于林，混迹在普通国人中间，乘船离开姑苏。
Since the intruder is injured, it would be easier to hide amongst the masses to find an opportunity to leave Gusu.
揽月湖。
I said Moon Lake. Oh, choice! Can I save here? Yatta! Did I save there? Or no? I did. Perfect. I kind of say we go to the Moon Lake. And because this is a branching point, I think it might be good to end it here. Not the entire stream, just the story for now. I'm gonna go to the room real quick. Boop. Alrighty. General thoughts so far? I think it's very interesting. The pacing is a little bit slow for my liking, but I am finding it very interesting, like the whole environment, I guess, or the not environment, the situation, I guess, like with the whole having to pretend, arranged marriages, and trying to kill the god somehow. I think it's very interesting. I am excited to find out where it goes from here. No more twin game? Not for now. I'm gonna keep it, like, I'm gonna stop it for now, because I think it's a very good, like, spot for it to, like, for us to leave it there for now, because it's where the story branches. And I have a lot of things to do. That's why I was, like, trying to find a good, like, breaking point, which was that one. Also a reminder that we are only allowed to stream up until like the 10th chapter. This is still chapter 1, so we probably can still go on for a while, but just so you guys are aware that at one point I'm gonna have to stop streaming the game, and then to find out what happens next, you're gonna have to either you know, buy it somewhere. I got this one on Steam, so that is another option. And I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested in see where this goes. I'll probably continue it either next week or 2 weeks from now, or no, next week or the following week. I don't know if that's the same thing, but you understand. Because we still have Omori, and we started Slay the Princess, and we still have yet to finish Lake of Voices. Which, by the way, I recently found out that Margaret is voiced by Elsie Lovelock, which is like one of the greatest voice actors out there, and also an amazing singer. I found out about her as a singer way back when. Oh god, it's been a while. Hold on, when was it? Like 2016 when I first discovered her, and I was shocked because I was looking at the cast and also trying to figure out like how many endings did it have. And I saw the name and I was like, wait a second, I know that name. If you guys need like another reference, she used to be the original singing voice of Charlie from Hasbin on the pilot. Like, she was the singing voice, not the voice actress itself, but just the singing voice. And also she does the voice of Mommy Longlegs in Puppy Playtime. And she has been in a bunch of different other things. I think she has voiced in animes as well and other series. Like, she is in the Amazing Digital Circus, there is like on the first episode a queen that is like a blorb of some kind. She does that voice, and she's done a bunch of other stuff, but I discovered her as a singer, and she's amazing. But yeah, just a little something that I wanted to fangirl about for a moment. But yeah, so I'm gonna see when I can schedule this one as soon as possible. After this week, we're gonna go back to our 2 to 3 days stream per week, because semester starting again, and I don't know how that's gonna be. I am beginning my final semester on Monday, which is crazy. But with that, guys, I think I have nothing else to announce other than the stream tomorrow, which is gonna be the birthday stream. Maple didn't turn up for this stream, which is unfortunate because it's her birthday today, and she's not on the Discord server because she doesn't have a Discord. But if we see her around, sorry, my phone is dying. Hold on. There we go. If we see her around, please wish her a happy birthday because today is her birthday. And other than tomorrow's stream, there's gonna be another something else tomorrow as well. You'll probably see it, or like the preview-ish of it, up on the channel later today. There's no waiting room yet for tomorrow because I haven't done the thumbnail. So, yep. Thought that you had already escaped and only had social service left. Nope. I'm doing both at the same time because I want to get rid of everything as soon as possible. So, yep. Happy birthday, Maple. I hope she watches the bot at the very least, and then she sees us wishing her a happy birthday. But yeah, it's just someone else on the chat that's usually here. But anyway, with that, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, tomorrow's stream, birthday, just chatting, something little extra there. The quicker spoiler I guess I can give you is like music is just a song, but it's a full MV, so yeah, it's gonna be special. And other than that, I think that would be pretty much it for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here and giving me an hour and a half of your time. I hope you had fun. It was very scuffed at the beginning. I am so sorry about that. I don't know why my PC was not cooperating with me, and so OBS kept like freezing, and then the game froze, and then the audio was too loud, and then the model was not properly working and all of that. But wait, what? I know the lag is also incredibly like annoying today for some reason. Confused. That will be the biggest betrayal of your life. I am going to scream. You have to be there, or else. Just kidding. Anyway, but with that, guys, I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day, evening, night, wherever you live. Happy time zone, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye bye. Partially the reason why I needed to end early-ish today is because I have other responsibilities, but also because I need to finish things for tomorrow, prepare things for tomorrow, and also I need to go check something about the cake for Saturday, because I think it's on the schedule that I have my celebration on Saturday with my friends. So yeah, but anyway, thanks so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.